of the natives, and they bought Golden Feet along with Sig as well to form Detonator. So yeah.
Okay. Well, we're getting into our first ban and pick phase for game one. Insurgent going to be on the blue side. Detonator going to be on red for game one here. And obviously, Insurgent, they are looking like the underdogs right now when you take a look at the stats. You know, what should we expect them to try and pull off here against Detonator?
I don't know. I mean, you gotta ban the Nico off Golden Feet because I don't think Polar Nats would want that matchup as well. Given the fact that the experience difference between the players, Golden Feet would just be super strong against Polar Nats in lane.
And you guys might have noticed no ban coming out from Insurgent. Well, they actually were just a little bit late to the party. Maybe they weren't expecting an 18-minute game in our first series, but they were not able to make the time that they had to be before their game. So they will be losing one of their bans, and especially, too, them being on blue side, that leaves actually a lot open for Detonator that they can just leave up for themselves and force Insurgent to have to ban away.
Right, banning off Sejuani. I mean, if Detonator decides to ban more junglers, I think I have a feeling Sake might just go for his Lee Sin. You know, he loves playing Lee Sin.
We've also seen the Karthus come out from Sek too.
Yeah, that was surprising for me because he likes to play like stylish champions.
You know, you put down the Skittles, you're looking pretty stylish there. And
did Detonator lose? Sorry, did Insurgent?
Did they lose 2 bans? Oh, that might have been a graphic glitch on our fault, on our end. So we'll see. We'll see.
We'll find out what the ban is and we'll tell you.
Right.
What's the ban?
I don't know. I mean,
Pull out my phone and go text people asking them for the ban.
what's the ban?
Hey, that's the secret of technology here now. Ooh, Corki. Oh, wow, Corki actually being banned out here. So Detonator don't even want to play it themselves.
There's a lot of champion pool for Archie to play as well. There's a Zoe that he loves to play.
Yeah, could see a Zoe come out. You know, you got a Azir still available too.
Exactly.
If you want that, you know, kind of top tier as far as everything goes.
But I really want to know about the second ban for Insurgent. Like, what did they decide to ban?
So they ban out the Jarvan too. That means like Detonator. They could be trying to leave up both Karma and Olaf and saying, all right, which one do you want to pick? And then we'll take Karma or Olaf plus a priority for us.
I think this game might be a little different. We shall see. Yeah. The third ban. I'm not so sure.
Okay, yeah, Olaf.
I hurt my knee. I don't know how, but I've hurt my knee. I need to stand up.
That's,
How did you hurt your
that's karma for what you did to Timo.
I don't know, but it's in a lot of pain right now.
What did you do?
I don't know.
It's alright. Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, the
Please
Silas.
stand up.
Please stand up.
Silas getting locked in here, I guess.
Okay, so Silas. We saw what happened last game when you show a Silas very early.
I just messaged the producer. Sorry to cut you off. I messaged the producer of the LST. What was the second ban? And his reply was, Insurgents seem to have punished themselves after being punished by the LST for the first ban.
Wow.
He just missed it. I thought that was a very funny reply. They punished themselves.
They punished themselves. Oh, wow.
Whoa.
You leave up an Aatrox. That's going to be locked in immediately here for Detonator.
Okay.
Do we see the Karma get picked up too?
Oh, okay. They're trying to go for the meta picks this game, not giving.
If you're Detonator, this is a game you have to win.
Yeah, that's
This is a
true.
game that you have to win because obviously right now your bottom 2 teams are Insurgent and Armored Project. And then if you look at Detonator, you know, who's above them? Well, you know, there's Axis and there's still Steel Wolves, which they actually did beat Axis.
The games that Detonator have lost are games that they could have won. So these are must-win games because you lose a game here, you're suddenly behind Insurgent. Not tied with, you're behind because Insurgent will have the head-to-head.
Yeah. And that would also give them their first win. Insurgent are desperately needing that too.
And they're just drafting the way things are supposed to be, I guess.
Oh, you know, you go with the Yuumi. Let's see if they want to maybe lock in that Sivir too. If they want something basic to go with.
Yep. And it's going to
Makes
be a
sense.
Sivir again.
And we won't be rolling over till 9:15 until next week, so we are still on 9.14.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that so important?
Because you start having more Karma nerfs come out in 9.115.
Karma's already picked the side. Talk about UB Sivir.
Yeah, but
We're talking about UB Sivir.
I'm a throw Diana at you.
No, you're not.
This would
you
actually
dare.
hurt. This is actually a little sharp.
I will fire you.
Right.
me.
And, yep, the Lee Sin.
All right. So like you mentioned, something a little more stylish.
Yeah, more of his, what do you call it? Like, it's his pocket pick, so more of it in his style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also, he got MVP of the week on one of the weeks that he did play that Lee Sin. So,
Yep.
gonna get locked in.
Lee Sin for sake.
I don't know, it's felt like doing
You know,
it.
you just...
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Bro!
He's been banned. Bro.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
his sound when he goes to jail. Bro!
I feel like it'd be more like, come on, brah.
Come on, bro. Oh, now banning way more junglers for Hopeless.
We might see what we saw last game, where they just forced the jungle pool down and kind of forced the Silas into the jungle.
Here comes a Mumu.
Yeah.
Ban all the junglers, make a Mumu the last one left. I don't like banning junglers here because Silas can just go jungle and he's perfectly fine in the jungle. And because Detonator have already shown one solo lane, potentially two with Karma being locked, Insurgent could just draft one blind lane, make it mid, and then just pick a good matchup into Aatrox and follow the Aatrox.
Right.
See, Kaisa actually being banned out here by Insurgent. So I'm gonna try and get rid of that pickup there for K-Star. Final ban for Detonator. Gonna be locked in here shortly. And we've not seen their AD carry, and there is still a bit of a flex that can be shown from the side of Detonator, whether or not this Karma is going to go bot or into a solo lane. That's going to be the Camille
Oh.
banned out here.
Wow. I mean, trying to give Sake so much space to play. Hopeless does like to play Kha'Zix, though, if he's out of all the options already. If he's out of options. So, yeah, we might see that this game.
Could see.
Yeah, because
Okay.
no, there's an Elise left for the jungle. picks.
True.
Mhm.
At least could come out. A lot of early game there.
Ooh, the pocket pick there for Rich.
Do we see the Pike get locked in here?
Also allows you to pick up Sona now as your final pick,
Yeah.
if you really want to go full Pike Sona comp.
See here, taking time. Looks like it is going to get locked in, so we're going to see a Pike coming out here for Detonator. Rich. Going to have that available. Now for Insurgent, they got to figure out what do they want to try and pick up, what do they want to try and, be able to counter with here.
Ooh, my.
Go Renekton.
Right, going for Renekton there against Cold and Feet, which is likely to be Karma, right?
Again,
Mm-hmm.
with the Pike getting locked in, we likely would see him in bot lane. So we're likely seeing a solo lane Karma, either in mid or top. Because again, Aatrox and Karma can go either one.
Mhm.
Might be just what's the better matchup here. Do we see the Karthus, though, get picked up by Hopeless?
It is actually... I don't know.
I think they go with the... Are they going to try this?
They might actually just try it against Sake
It's
himself.
not bad because Silas have a good time against Karma, so if they try to run Karma in the mid lane, you've got a decent matchup. Regardless, he's already good in the mid lane. Renekton's good top side.
The thing is, I think Karthus might actually go to Belby for some reason because it's his pocket pick. Like, he
Oh,
loves
okay.
Karthus. He just loves Karthus. So
We see Belby come out with his.
we shall see. I mean, it can go to Hopeless. It can go to Belby. And, yeah.
We'll see when they reorganize here. Last pick, though, Hover was Illusion, but they swapped out here toward the Xayah to be our final pickup for Detonator. So it'll be a Xayah and Pike bot lane. And we'll likely see that Karma going up into the top lane.
Are you correct about this Karthus? It seems like you're correct about Karthus.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Karthus in the mid lane.
We haven't seen it in a long time, but, being in the same server as Belby, you kind of know that he just loves Karthus. mid so much, and that's what he feels the most comfortable with.
He's going to
other
also
than
go with
Zed.
an exhaust. He's looking for a kill in lane.
Yep. But on the other hand, though, ISG, like, given the fact that there's only top side that can do so much in early game, the rest is like you need so much time for them to scale up for Sivir and Karthus.
Yeah, we'll have to see here, too. They do have a little bit of a run at you comp when it comes to the later part of the game with Yuumi and Sivir. We'll see how that one's going to pan out here as we're going to load up on into the Rift. It's going to be Game 1 Insurgent taking on Detonator.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Karthus, 5-cost TFT pick, Phantom Sorcerer.
And there's an Aatrox. This is only cost 3. So
Yeah,
that-
but he's a Demon Blade Master, not as good as Phantom Sorcerer.
yeah,
They
fine.
do have Pike. Remember on release Pike, how broke that was? TFT? Or they just, they're like, all right, hey, Belby, you pick the Karthus. That's cool. We'll just sling you back, and that's going to be first blood onto the Xayah. Oh, boy.
Yeah, nice.
Yep. So it's just that they figured out that the only person that they think is lethal, is Belby. So if they manage to shut Belby down early on,
That just puts
burning
up-
both spells, it's gonna be so much easier for Detonator.
That's what I was gonna say. Flash and Exhaust burnt against a Karma Lee Sin. Belby's gonna die 3-4 more times.
Yeah.
There's nothing he can do. He just dead.
Because Karthus is a champion.
Pike
with
is
no
Mike's
sticking
going
around.
for another gank. Like he's going in for
Rich is
gank
like,
number 2.
Rich still has Ignite.
Yeah, they did not lose any spells just now. Oh, the Bone Skewer was just there forever, waiting, just waiting for that flash.
All right, they realize, okay, we don't want to let Kaze have to deal with that lane solo. Does have a decent amount of wave clear on that Xayah, but not for the early levels. You want to try and get a point or two into Blade Caller before you're able to really clear the wave. Well, you can add a little bit of threat there if you're able to get the little pick off onto the Yuumi.
But the bot lane should be fine, I guess, for Insurgent.
It should be. Like,
We're
it's a
safe.
very safe
Yeah.
lane. We've mentioned this time before. If you're not extremely comfortable with your bot lane, just throw them on a Sivir and a Yuumi.
I want to see if that changes after first back because K-Star does have the advantage of the extra kill.
Mm.
Stays okay in CS, then he's going to go back to base and get a first item complete faster.
Ooh, Sek.
Tough.
Sek,
Sick.
you're playing with death here, bud.
How do you say Sek's name? Because we've only been saying Sek. We don't want to mispronounce it.
I say Sake as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
How do you
Sake.
say the full name?
Sake Sa Harajuku. Oh, it's Hajuku now. Yeah, because there's DTN and it just made his name shorter, I think.
That's really cool. I would never pronounce it that way.
No, we've always said Sek because we looked at it when we first, for our first show, and we were like, yeah, we're never going to get that right.
I say Sake as well. But it's more of like S-A-K-E, Sake.
Oh,
Sek.
Sake. Okay.
Yeah, but
Got
he just
it.
spelled it S-E-K.
All right. Sake. All right. The more you learn.
Just for the Thai teams, it's just, we have funny names, I guess.
That's the greatness of having you on the English cast.
Ah,
No, we get the little bit of tidbits. We get the little trivia.
okay.
You're like the trivia notes when you look on somebody's Wikipedia.
They
like-
could be edited all the time.
That could be edited.
That could be
You
edited
could
all the
technically
time.
tell us lies, and we're like, wow, really? Oh, cool.
Exactly. Yeah, the person that's gonna be mad at me the most are the players. They're like, why did you tell them that?
When did they add those cracks in bot lane? I just noticed those. Those were some big cracks going around bot lane. I'm looking at the texture of the map for some reason. I've never noticed those cracks, and I play bot lane like nonstop.
What? Are you okay?
Like
They
going
were
through
added
the-
in during the Summoner's Rift remake.
No, those used to be like blank.
No, I don't think so.
No, they were added in to show the discrepancy in size of the map.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's always. It has
No,
always
because
been there.
during MSI they covered those up, so it looks blank.
You're a Muppet. They did not cover them up. They were there.
Yes, they do.
No. See, you can see it up here as well. It's more prominent because it's on the side where Baron is.
What I deal with every
Oh,
cast, by
wow.
the way. Oh no, Golden Feet. Woo! Hello, Polar. Slice and dicing his way to a solo kill in top lane.
Wow, that was not expected for me actually of seeing Colin Feet getting solo killed
Yeah.
this early by Polar Nats.
That was just a.
Renekton.
He just walked up and it was just like, okay, yeah, you're dead now.
Got a CS lead as well. Like that's a really good start for the Renekton at the top lane.
Right, and a good start indeed. But although if we look at other lanes though, losing that flash early on might just make Belby a bit difficult to stay in lane.
They haven't gone for a gank against him, but they are setting up something bot lane.
Hello.
Ooh, that was nice.
Oh, that was nasty. Hopeless. Going to get taken down. Rich able to sneak across the wall there.
That was dirty coming up from Rich. Now they set up for a dive. Oh, no, they can't do it. Not enough.
A little early.
A little early as well.
Oh, but like, yeah, like Fish mentioned there, like we expected them to dive Belby a little bit more, but he's going to have his flash up here very shortly. So, you know, the Karthus isn't being extremely punished at this point. He's still pretty even at CS, only a wave down.
He's farming right in front of his turret right here, so kind of safe. And Sake doesn't really want to overextend.
Colfie, you got to be careful here. He's still going for it. He got the Conqueror. All right, I see. Polar. He's got level 6. Does he use his ultimate? There he goes. Finally, he's going to pop it. Gets the health right on back. And now going into 1v1. Gets the stun flash away from Cold and not able to get the knock up on the first Q. Might decide to run away, but here comes the Requiem. Can Colin survive? Flash forward from Polar. Going to help secure the kill.
And the other kill for Polar Nats. It's not going to be nice for Golden Feet.
Oh, Hopeless. Going to jump in here onto Archie. We'll see. Belby goes forward. Just going to lay down the Skittles. Doesn't necessarily connect in there, but does force him off his jungle.
Really nice for Archie to realize that if he walks through that wall, he's going to take way more damage than just trying to micro between it. Because if you take damage without the wall, you know, it sucks, but at least it's less than the resistances that you're going to be stripped from. Walk through the wall and the damage that will come out because you're so slow. Karthus can land all those Qs afterwards.
Right, ooh, Hopeless in bad position here.
Man. Look at this. Rich looking for everything on Hopeless. Doesn't get the hook back. Hopeless. Standing
Stood
still.
He knows. He knows.
He could also walk just backwards and he wouldn't have been hit, but, you know.
Wants to play it risky, I guess. More exciting.
Wait, how did you describe that?
No, just wants to be...
Crispy?
No, risky.
Oh, risky. I thought you said crispy.
Crispy.
It's like, what? I get like hot, spicy
a crispy
plays.
play.
Crispy play.
A
It's
crispy
like,
play.
you know, sometimes you can be like cool and crisp. Like, oh, that was just nice.
It's much better coming out from Insurgents, though. I haven't seen him
Yeah.
have such a good game in a while. Especially with Polar getting that first kill topside. Something we haven't seen before.
And it's also a solo kill as well. Golden Feet gets tilted easily if he gets solo killed. And yeah, we can see how he kind of rushes things from now on.
Oh, here comes Hopeless. Doesn't fully commit, though, so Polar deciding to hold back. They're going to try and maybe clear out the ward. They do see it, so they're like, all right, I'll get the vision back. Now Colton won't feel too... Oh, look at that, though. That's going to be a nice, quick pick-off there with the hook. Let's see if it actually go forward. It did force the flash out of Shout, so they're not going to have that safety now on the Sivir for a little bit. It was very patient there from Rich, too, because he was holding on, waiting until the spell shield went away. That at least forced out the flash. Let's take a look here toward top lane, though. Colton going
that's
for a
nice.
dive. Oh, very nicely done. Prevents the
dead.
Hopeless. He tries to jump in. He still gets the 1-for-1.
Oh, and trying so hard. Although Golden Feet didn't manage to survive, I think it was a fair trade.
It was really well played. I mean, he played around the turret. He was able to use his ultimate to regain some hit points, you know, get ready for the fight. And made sure he pulled back Hopeless, the man that was tanking that first turret shot. Ooh, Rich is going in.
Jumps in. Spell shield is there. Teleport going to be coming out in response, though, and that is going to be Polar joining in onto the fight. Detonator, they run toward the top side here. Rich is going to get stunned, and Polar is huge on this Renekton now. 4-0-0. He wants to add a 5th one to his kill totals. Here we go. Requiem's going to come out here. K-Star trying to survive. Just gets the shield in time from the Karma and the Lee Sin, but they are still chasing here on the side of Insurgent. Filing projectile. Sek going to be jumping in there. Force the flash away. Disengage comes out here, but nice teleport coming out.
Bit of an inting W coming out from Sek there, jumping back in towards the fray. Good teleport coming out from Polar. K-Star tried his hardest to try and disengage from that, but Rich, unfortunately, not able to get away from the stun of Renekton.
Well, it's looking good for ISG.
Oh, nice juke away there from Belby.
Now take damage. damage.
Oh, full juicy.
It's Rich though. He is a Pike, so as long as he gets back into Fog of War, he gets all that health back.
Yeah, most of them. But it seems like Hopeless is engaging the dragon. Oh, never mind. It's already gone.
Belby's
My
kind
bad.
of on life support right now. He's really waiting for this blue buff to come nearby. I'd like to get that at some point here because he's barely running on any fumes. Nice though for this Karthus. They weren't able to at least pick up that other kill, but again, Marn just gets deleted from the death from below from Rich.
That was disgusting. Well played from Detonator.
Yeah, I mean, it was also pretty risky of him being that forward into the lane.
Yeah.
And with no flash.
The hard part about this is that Riches is using his ultimate to get stacks and get even more gold on towards K-Star. And one of the best champions to scale with on as a support. Because he's going to have lots of damage when it comes to these mid and late game team fights. Pike scales very well into the late game.
Right, and with the team composition of ISG.
Oh, no, shout. Oh, Rich, these are some dirty cues coming out.
It's his main. You can't really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's just that range of damage there, too, with the Xayah. You just put down one of the Qs and add a Blade Caller, you're going to get a nice chunk of 200 health there. So, on top of that, too, they got the root, so they were able to finish off the kill. Meanwhile, we have Seiko towards the top side of the map. They're going to pick up the Rift Herald. It's very good for Detonator. Everything else on the map is going their favor. Or elsewise, Polar would be having a little bit more of a better time. Because now Polar has to deal with the fact that he's going to have to make up for his bot lane falling behind.
Right, and yeah, I think giving Golden Feet time to recover from that early game solo kills and stuff would be a kind of a bad idea for Insurgent, but they can't really do much about it since their bot lane is going to such...
Martin, you can't be there. Instantly.
Yeah.
Yori shouldn't be face tracking brushes in League of Legends, but then to do it as a Yuumi, you're just asking to die.
Yeah, like especially as a Yuumi as well, it just leads in.
You
to
got
the
a
bush.
giant Q range, like.
Exactly. Jump onto Shout and throw the Q into the bush.
Well, that's there's
so many ways for them to check that, but they're not. Just these micro mistakes that are hurting them a lot.
No, you can't be that close. Yeah. There we go. First tower of the game going to go over to Detonators. They now find themselves a 4,000 gold lead at 12.5 minutes. Rift Herald also secured here, so we'll see if they want to go for a play on to Velby. Q not going to land there. Nice little sidestep.
All right, so Belby is doing well in just positioning himself not to get ganked and just standing in his lane. Oh,
they're going to force this.
They will. 4 plates left, though. I don't think they're going to...
Oh, they cut off, and you got Pike coming through mid lane, so they're going to try to dive.
Oh. They're actually going to make it, so no one to defend.
They have a really good push here, so without that big wave that was stuck by 1 minion, not enough to take it down yet. Max is going to try and jump in.
Let's see here. That's going to be
one more
the
slap.
mantra. Oh, Rich.
So close.
It's another hook there. Gets on to Polar, though, so maybe doesn't want to bring the Renekton that close.
I think that Rift was worth it since it's before the 14-minute mark.
100%. They might be able to pick it up with 1 or 2 more pushes too. So it does work out very well in their favor. Rich goes in.
Ah, Belby. Not going to get hooked back here. Oh, Death for Low was stolen away here by Hopeless. You also got the spellbook being used here by Martin. So with a teleport, that's going to bring 5 members here.
Ooh, good call.
Oh, Rich, he's hunting. He's fishing. He wants to be a little bit careful there, but Belby is going to be able to finally go back to base. Dragon is starting to be set up here, though. That's going to be a Mountain Drake. That'd be the second one of the game here for Detonator 2, so that'd be very nice. Rich gets it. Spell Shield not going to connect, but it is still going to be the Dragon secured here by Detonator. Now 2 Mountain Drakes on their tally.
Yeah, it's going to be so good for them during the mid game as well when the Baron spawns.
Oh, look at this. Polar has half at the health, but he's just going to swap it back around. Pops the ultimate.
Oh, he got a
maybe
passive.
For a dive. You got to be careful.
Yeah, Coldfeet got a good passive off in the middle of that fight, healing up quite significantly in the trade against Renekton. Oh, Renekton with full rage does the upper hand.
Goes underneath and finds it with the Triumph. Doesn't even take the other shot.
That's just not understanding the matchup coming out from Coldfeet. Like, Renekton with full rage bar, no matter how low you are, you don't mess with that.
And this push with these minions should secure their second tower here in mid lane. That grows the gold lead to now 4,000 still here for Detonator. Wanting to try and accelerate the other half of the map, knowing that at some point they're going to have to deal with this Renekton, so they want to try and force him to stop applying that much pressure to Golden Feet.
If this was a solo queue game, Polo would be all chatting right now saying, report team for feeding. Because that's what's going on. He's got 5 kills on Renekton, winning his games, winning his lane solo, and the rest of the map's just like, we will die slowly one by one.
That's just how solo queue works, right?
Yes. So Polo's like, report team inting. Thank you.
and just look at the goal lead. I mean, even though Poronats has 5 kills, but DTN manages to find that lead of 4k gold.
Oh yeah, large lead.
Oh no.
Shout in trouble.
Shout. He's got no mana. Rich is just gonna, okay.
He can still spell shield. If he spell shielded anything, then Rich doesn't get the kill. So he was just trying to weave in some spells, see if he got a quick... Because if that quick pike stun was spell shielded, he could stun him. Sorry, the pike hook. Then he could stun him and then potentially go for the death from below, but not able to get it. Only has the serrated Dirk right now as well, so it doesn't have enough damage to get the quick burst down with a few auto attacks.
But, you know, he did pick up the Dusk Blade. Oh, Rich here. See? Gonna go back into stealth. He's got a deal. Polar now has the cat coming along for a ride.
I really want to see how Poronats is going to capitalize on this lead and how he's going to make this 5 kills useful in team fights.
Well, Belby now just got his second ranked into his ultimate now. So that Rec Room does a little bit more damage. Maybe like to see Insurgent try and go for a fight if Polar's able to get a good flank, but still, you're down 5,000 gold, and if Rich keeps hooking your jungle like this, it's not going to go well. Oh, no! That's going to be a kick back, though, as Sack not able to find it. K-Star have to flash away. There comes the Requiem, and finally, it looks like Insurgent get a fight in their favor as they take down 2 members of Detonator.
Much better fight coming out from Insurgent, using the tools that are available to them to jump onto the 80 carry of K-Star, take it down nice and easy. This should be a free turret for them as well.
That was very good communication by them. You gotta admit, Rich hooking out the Sylas is not anymore a good plan.
Oh, Archie cannot be there. You can't be there underneath the tower at this
That
point.
was silly. Rich can't do it too. Rich.
He's trying.
Did you not see them die?
Oh, Rich
he got a
might
kill.
just solo hopeless. He don't. Stop watching.
Shouts in trouble! Shouts in trouble!
Oh no, here comes.
Here he comes!
There we go! Golden Feet, he's back in the game with 2 kills.
Welcome to Thailand!
Well, don't you love when you get 4 solo kills in top lane? And then the Aatrox just comes mid and says, thank you very much for the 2 free kills.
Thank you for the equalization. And Belby, we appreciate your feeding to the soup kitchen of Detonator.
Oh no. Belby, he's got nowhere to go. He'll get taken down here. They'll give it over to Golden Feet. Now he is back in this game with 4 kills.
And just like that, just within the time span of 1 minute, Golden Feet is just back into the game now.
Yeah.
1 minute.
No, you had one good fight for Insurgent, and then they get greedy for a mid lane first tier tower.
And then there was Rich who just turned the tides. Oh, we gotta see now what's gonna happen next. The next dragon, though, is gonna be spawned soon. It's the Ocean Drake. I don't think that Detonator would want this one that much.
Oh, you know, you can cycle it in. You get another Drake afterwards.
Yep.
If you deny any objective away from Insurgent, that's always a +2.
Yeah, that's all Destiny needs to do. They're only 4,000 gold ahead, so denying objectives are very important. But they've got a good power spike here. Double crit item available for K-Star, whereas only single available for Shout. It's a good time for them to start picking these mid-game fights because of the item advantage they have. They only really have to worry about Renekton, but Renekton is only 2 components of Aatrox, not a full item just yet. So definitely something that Detonator can work around.
Yeah, because especially with K-Star here too, you're rushing the 2 crit items immediately. You're not even getting an auto attack there, so you're looking for just a team fight, so you can get down a good blade collar and a little bit of damage from the enhanced autos. So Detonator really saying, all right, we find a fight here, we can go. Golden Feet's now online. He pretty much got a free 1,500 gold the last time he got those kills. So he's kind of back on par now, and Rich is hunting.
Yeah, Rich has been hunting for 19 whole minutes.
Oh, wow. How many people are going to send up here? There's lots of pings. They want to try and take out Polar. This opens up the rest of the map. Does anyone from Insurgent really find anything here? Polar holding on. Oh,
Ooh.
nicely done. And Detonator, they sent
That
4
was
members
fancy.
up.
Just going up and down. Or that's
Golden Feet, those get a free push bot, by the way.
yeah.
No one's dealing with him. They got to get something here.
Meanwhile, Rich is perfectly fine. Escapes from that.
Oh,
no,
hello.
Apollo's here. Goodbye.
Hello. Hello. That's a big alligator.
That's Baron.
All right. They got to force this. Because Golden Feet's down in bot lane. So does he try and make his way over with a teleport?
Or is they gonna do it again?
He
Yeah,
could.
I think the correct move here is just get Detonator to try and delay this Baron with Karma as well as Zaya. Or look for a steal and just let Aatrox
See.
push in.
2,500 health. Zek gets Polar. Polar jumps in. War jump, though. It's going to take down. They take down the Lee Sin, but they got to finish off this Baron. It goes in favor of Insurgent, but meanwhile, in bot lane, you got
Stop
the
the backs.
Aatrox just trying to push in. They want to try and stop the backs where they can, and it looks like he should be able to get the inhibitor tower. Belby trying to go in for a 1v1. Can he at least trade back a kill?
Oh.
Requiem's going to come out. K-Star, he's healing, but not enough.
And there we go. That was a good fight for ISG, although they can't really protect their turrets, although the inhibitor still survived, so I think it was worth it.
They did lose 2 of the Baron buffs, though, especially Polar going down. That means your split push doesn't have a Baron buff now available here for Insurgent. So, honestly, I think that should be enough to nullify it, and Detonator should be fine.
It's a difficult fight for them to take, just given the fact that in the Baron pit with Silas, Radicton, really good AoE damage, Karthus, good AoE damage, same with Siva, they just have so much control in that Baron pit. But Yumi's ultimate was down. I felt that a teleport from Golden Feet after taking that turret could have at least dissuaded them from trying to take the Baron, especially if Karma was in a good position. Because if Karma went through the backside of the pit, threw out a really good ult with her Q, that's a lot of damage onto the back line of Insurgent. They could have tried and taken the fight, however, they still get 2 turrets in trade for that Baron. So you can see it's only been 1,000 gold being pulled back for Insurgent. They're not even close to even just yet against Detonator.
Right, I mean, they took so much from the early game for Detonator. And yeah, I think it's gonna... You'll see the results from those early game investments soon. Soon enough.
You see Detonator, they're looking. They're trying to hunt down Belby once again. Belby's been split pushing in a side lane this entire time. Zero Sojin is complete there for Polar, so when he pops that ultimate, they have some enhancements. We'll see. Rich is hunting through the jungle. He's just going to be able to just jump away there quite easily. Shout, you can't be that far forward. Spell shield
Yes,
is
he
there.
can.
Oh, wow, Rich. Oh, buddy. Going down low. Boomerang's going to be there. Not going to connect, though. Sek jumping back in. And there we go. Insurgent find themselves a play.
Rich needs to stop making these mistakes. Every single time we see him go forward, he just keeps getting caught out. And he just used his jump to get away from that jungle fight and immediately tries to jump onto Shout, the 80 carry of a spell shield. It just doesn't make sense. Rich keeps making these poor decisions.
He's trying to stop the wave, too. He's going to eat up the wave a little bit, but Shout just teleports back in. Oh, K-Star going to be forced to use the quick Feather Storm. Requiem comes out, does a little bit of damage there, but with the Baron minions and the full team coming there, that should be a push. Meanwhile, you have Rich, who's trying to find a flank, but now he has to back.
They have to be careful because if Rich can get a flank here, that's all 5 members of Detonator up and alive. However, Insurgent might have done the damage here. They've scaled very well into late game. Siva is now matching items against K-Star. Karthus has some big items himself. Our Rod of Ages was Morellonomicon already complete.
Yeah.
Morellonomicon. That's the item that LS literally walked off a broadcast because someone bought it.
Yeah.
It's not as OP as the TFT version.
No.
It's good enough, though. Anyways, it's like a time bomb, I think, for ISG. It's just the longer it gets, the worse it gets for a Detonator.
Oh, no. Rich gets another one here.
But if they just...
There we go.
Yeah, but if they just keep on mispositioning themselves like this, it's just going to be,
Oh.
you know...
Oh,
Ooh,
Martin.
Martin face first into
That-
an enhanced Q.
They should have waited there. I think they could have killed Yumi if they just waited a little bit longer to coordinate that fight. But that's another dragon that will go the way of Detonator.
That's
Ooh.
3 Mound Drakes, too.
Yeah, that's going to be very big for Detonator. For the next Baron, actually, it's going to be much easier for them to contest.
You do see here on the gold chart, though, you do have the Sivir and, you know, the Renekton still have that gold. So like we've mentioned, we could like to see them maybe look for a fight here soon. But if they get picked off here, and especially now, you've lost 3 Mountain Drakes. If your jungle goes down, that's likely going to be a Baron take pretty fast here on the side Detonator.
Oh no, anyone goes down as long as Xayah is close by, that's it. Baron's going to be taken so quickly because Xayah has 75% crit now, 3 items complete. You can take that Baron quickly, 3 Mountain Drakes. Pretty insane.
Yeah, definitely. And they do look forward to taking that, trying to zone here on the top side of the river. But Rich doesn't want to overextend this time. So
And we've seen this
that's a good
before.
thing.
Colton's just going to go down into the bot lane. He's got his Death's Dance complete now, too. Has teleport up and available. So we'll see whether or not they throw Polar down to that bot lane to try and match him, as he himself has teleport, too. But Insurgent, it feels like they're just being so cautious when it comes to now having to deal with the team fight that they want to try and keep the Renekton with them at all times, and that just allows Split Push to come out from Detonator.
The thing is, they're putting the split push in the wrong lane. Cold Feet should be split pushing top side of the map because that's where the turret's available, but because Baron's coming up, he's forced bottom side. So even though he split pushes, it's just drawing Polar down. They can't fight each other, so he just constantly walks away and they just keep trading. He'll just go between mid lane and top lane, bottom lane, and continue farming here. And it's the threat right now is, can Polar get damage in bot lane out of turret? Because that's some free gold that Insurgent can take back for themselves. And Insurgent, although behind in gold, are in the driver's seat when it comes to these fights because they've scaled into the late game very nicely.
And you see Polar here, too. He's cautious to show himself in that lane, realizing that, you know, doesn't know where that Karma could be. It could be also nearby with that Baron. Now going to show himself in mid lane. Baron is about to spawn here. Detonator might just rush it.
Mountain Dragons means they can rush this.
Yeah, definitely. And Cold Feet's
Yeah,
also
see how
here.
fast it goes down.
Wow.
Wow.
Xayah as well with the feathers ripped back. That's a lot
Oh,
of
no.
damage.
And Hopeless, he just face tanked so much damage.
They've got this. That's Baron gone. They just have to delay a little bit longer.
We'll see. Hello, Browser. It's going to go on over. Towers take it down in bot lane, but the fight is going to start over here for Detonator. They got themselves the Baron. Hopeless going to get taken out there as K's, and they're going to get the quick and easy kick back. It's going to be a double kill for the Xayah. K-Star going to be happy. Requiem going to come out.
Lee Sin dead. Oh, he's alive.
Ooh, he's alive.
Oh, not enough to take him down. And all 5 members of Detonator are still there, trying to end the game. I think they might be able to even do it.
And it came down to exactly what you guys said earlier, which is they did not respect the fact that Detonator had gotten 3 Mountain Dragons. So even though Insurgent can pick a good fight against Detonator because they have late game, Insurgent just had the speed. They ripped through that Baron with just 2 players there, especially with Xayah having so much damage. The Feathers being able to do a lot towards Baron as well. And Insurgent didn't quite understand how fast that was going down. Polar wasn't getting ready to teleport in. He wasn't even channeling it just yet, and nobody from Insurgent was taking the correct pass to try and get in towards that Baron pit.
And now you got to deal with Super Minions going to be pushing in through your mid lane. Still 2 teleports. 3 teleports actually up for Detonator at this point.
Yeah, and the bottom lane without the inhibitor turret is just going to make life so much harder for Insurgent to defend this.
But the next fight's going to be impossible as well because big item backs coming back from Detonator. I know it's not enough to get full items, but they've gotten some key components like 3 stopwatches on all the main carries. Lee Sin, Aatrox, and Xayah all picking it up. QSS on Xayah, so 2 ways to stay alive in these fights as well. And then Karma completing 3 items, holding onto a Forbidden Idol, and 3 penetration items for Rich. Those are good items being picked up by Detonator for the next fight to kind of bridge that gap. And it's a Mercurial Scimitar actually fully complete. To kind of bridge that gap between the fact that they have the lead and Insurgent have a late game composition. So now is their time to push and try and pick a good fight.
Here, Rich hunting by is spotted out by a ward. You're going to clear it, deny some of the vision, try and make that jungle scary to go through if you're on the side of Insurgent. They got a control ward zone around, so we'll see him sneaking away. Does Polar try and jump over the wall here? Polar got to be careful. He could get pinched. Decent mobility on the side here of Detonator, so they can really just jump over walls and just try and pick people off.
And I really like the fact that Detonator knows that they don't really need to split push anymore.
No.
Yeah, so they just group up and just hope things go well. There we go. Oh, just send Xayah mid just for the sake of pushing.
Okay, sick. Oh, jumping in. They get a quick knockback. Polar's in the middle of that fight, though. I think he's happy there, but big
Colden.
knock up coming out from the side of Colton Feet. He's going to get kicked away there from the Silas. Let's see if they continue on forward. K-Star now rejoins in onto the fight. Polar trying to make it happen.
Good kick.
Over. Beautiful kick. Gets both of them separated. Golden Feet gets taken down as Hopeless is able to find it. It's a 2-for-1 in the end. But guess what, Detonator? They're continuing to strike. And there's the death from below. The Karthus going to be sent back home. And even with the Requiem, Rich is going to survive.
I don't think it's going to be over so soon. I mean,
I think so. With Baron Buff and 2 waves marching in with a super,
yeah.
I don't think they can defend this. They have to go all out to try and defend this one, but Yumi's not the best when it comes to a 3-on-3 base defense.
We'll see here. K-Star just going to go ahead, chip away damage, gets that quick stopwatch. That leaves Yumi all alone, though. Polar, he's going to be taken low. Is it taken down completely? But K-Star does not even care. Featherstorm into the Blade Collar. That's going to find the kill. Martin's going to get struck down as well. And just like that, both Nexus towers are going to crumble. And Detonator are able to find themselves likely the victory here. Polar's going to try and stop it, but here comes a teleport from the Karma or the Aatrox. It doesn't matter who it is because they're going to continue to just dive in underneath the Nexus. Belby has respawned, but Polar going to try to do what he can, but they're just going to keep adding to their KDA totals at this point. They don't even care about the Nexus. They just want to pad the stats, and finally, Game 1, triple kill off K-Star, finishes the game.
14, 2, and 3 on K-Star.
Yeah.
Next highest kills in his team was 4. Impressive. I mean, it was an awkward topside game coming out for Detonator because Renekton did get so far ahead that it bridged that late game composition that Insurgent had set up for themselves. However, K-Star big.
K-Star big.
That's all that matters.
Yes,
K-Star just big unit, didn't really care about anything else.
Yeah, I mean, they did their early game pretty well during the bot side for Detonator. And during the mid game, I think the shot calling for objectives, Insurgent is really missing on that one. And yep, I think they need more to improve their macro game to be able to catch up to Detonator's place.
I agree, because the micro plays coming out from Insurgent, barring Belby dying at level 1, was actually very good. They were playing it very well. Polar was able to catch up multiple players, get solo kills in his lane, and they punished Rich. Whenever Rich made a mistake, they punished really hard. But as soon as the ball was in their court, they're like, okay, it's your time to make use of the fact that you have the tempo advantage. You technically have the lead because you have the better composition at this point in the game. They didn't know what to do. And Renekton split pushing for too long, not showing on the map, not pushing for turrets, not forcing for Baron control, not getting good wards down. So it's those late game and mid game macro decisions that really cost Insurgent there.
Yeah, no, especially too. We're going to take a look at one of the team fights from that game. This is, again, that very quick Baron.
This is one of them. Look, no teleport being channeled by Renekton, no wards on the Baron buff or red side jungle. And by the time it's taken because of Triple Mountain, it's way too late. And the call here from Insurgent is not immediately to back off. They take some time and take way too much damage before they're able to disengage. Belby has the wall, by the way, the entire time. Like, one of Karthus' key disengage spells, and he uses it after he dies.
Yeah.
So, like, the calls and the decision-making, just not quite there.
Yeah.
And especially here for Insurgent now. You're possibly looking at, this is one of those games that if you don't take this series, you might be knocked out of playoffs.
Bye-bye. This is the game to take. Like, the series to win is this one, and the series to lose is this one, because that gives you the head-to-head against a team with the exact same record, meaning that if you both lose the remainder of your games, you are ahead because of head-to-head. And then it comes down to who wins against Armored Project between these 3 teams.
And MVP gonna go to Rich.
Disagree. He almost costed his team the game twice.
Bring the bin.
How does K-Star...
Where's the bin, Fish?
How does K-Star not get the MVP? This is upsetting me. This is not okay. Rich literally fed and entered twice. Like, Rush team just gone, you know what? Here's your K-Star. Get in the bin. Like, no. Just throw all the votes away. Goodness. How did he get MVP?
Well,
Get off my table. That's not okay.
Well, he
Like the one time you look at the KDA King, they're like, yeah, give him the MVP. They're like, nah. Hello! You can't give someone who entered twice and almost lost the game.
but he might have done some good.
He did okay.
He did okay at the
But
beginning.
he entered.
Okay.
It cancels each other out. Like, you did well and entered, you're on even. K-Star did very well, never entered. There you go.
It's kind of the Shine paradox from the finals of last season.
Right.
Sure, you're like carrying in top lane, but if you throw the game at 35 minutes, you're the reason
Yeah,
you lost.
if you carried the game to 35 minutes, but you lost the game at 35 minutes, you're still the reason you lost.
Does make sense.
Oh
Does
boy.
make sense,
So
I
we
guess.
got Detonator. They get themselves the first victory of the set. We'll see whether or not Insurgent can try and tie
Get
that
out of
back
here.
up and force a game 3. For now, we're going to go ahead and take a short break. When we come back, we'll get ourselves set for game 2.